I've never experienced anything like that in my life. So it's 6:35 in the morning. Got about an hour ride out. I'm going to get out of these clothes here in a minute and into my suit as we're getting ready to roll. And here's the captain's seat. And we'll have some fun today. Here we go. Gear all, everything all ready to rock and roll. Everything hooked up. Got my air on. Seems like we're good to go.
It sits north to south. So what's gonna happen is once we get out to that location, we're gonna get right over top of that wreck. The captain's gonna kind of gauge how the current is on the surface at least. It could be different down below, but he needs to figure out where he's gonna drop me, so when I get down to the water, I end up on the wreck and I don't pass it. So Holly and I are gonna jump in. I'm gonna have that dive flag and one of those great crates and my spear gun. We're gonna jump in there, we're gonna go down, we're checking a couple different things. We're checking the visibility and
All right, so what you see Nick doing now is he's going to redirect the shark. He is finished with the feeding at this point. He's going to direct the shark away, obviously. And then he is going to motion to us that we are going to begin our ascend. You'll see him, he starts to hook everything together here. There he goes with the signal. Give us an ascend. And then there is a drift. So this is a drift dive as well. So the current will take us. He's got to redirect the shark again. He's come quite fond of this, and as Nick is a tiger shark whisperer. So there was a joke that Nick made during the safety brief that you are to keep your eye on the tiger. That's why they made the song Eye of the Tiger. So he has it in our heads that we need to keep our eye on the tiger shark. Mind you, the other sharks are there as well. This work is pretty interesting because now you have all of us that are trying to ascend. Shipwreck in the back, that's a pretty good frame. So you have all these bubbles. We are ascending. Well, in the scuba world, you have to do what's called a safety stop. So you have to sit there at a certain distance and sit there for 3 minutes so your body can get acclimated, nitrogen, so forth and so on. So what's going to happen here, the sharks, they obviously still smell the meat. They want the food. They're going to come around. These guys is why I call them pests. They just want the food. But they're also very curious creatures. So they're going to come and they're going to see what's around them. They're going to explore. And as you see here in a minute, they like to come to me. That's a nice Eye of the Tiger there. And then, so why Nick is doing this here, I'm not particularly sure why he's calling for the sharks. But you're going to see what the sharks are going to do to me. This one is there. And you got them above us. They're below us. We have to keep our head on a 360 swivel here to ensure that we can see what's going on with the shark. So I got this one I'm looking at, and what I did not see was this right here. Boom. And he launched at me. So that was pretty scary. Got over that. And then you're going to see what happens here. This one's coming straight at me, and he just wants to come straight at me. Had to redirect him, get him out the way, and then what do you see here? The tiger shark. So that's how quickly things could escalate while you're in their natural habitat. Nonetheless, awesome experience. I would do it again, and I highly, 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 highly recommend it at least once in your lifetime. Oh man, that dive was amazing. Both dives, they're now complete. We're headed on our way back. And man, I tell you what, that was an adrenaline rush to say the least. Woo, boy, I got a good reflection for today's adventure. We put it that way. It was an adventure to say the least, man. It was an amazing adventure. Wow. Not every day you say you get to actually dive and swim. Not really swimming, but diving with some sharks, man. Tiger sharks and lemon sharks, which are pests, by the way. There's some little pesty little jokers. But yeah, man, this was an amazing experience. I'm glad I did it. Man, what an experience. That was fun. I'm glad you guys were able to tag along. Got smoke now, loaded back up. We're about to head out, continue on. Going south on A1A till we get to Highway 1 and coast on into Key West. So, if you made it this far in the video, I'd like to say, thank goodness that I'm still alive, right? For diving with some sharks. A lot of people think I'm crazy, but I really enjoyed it. It was a beautiful experience. If you ever get a chance, I'll leave the dive shop of whom I dove with here in West Palm Beach out here in Florida, known as Gung Ho Divers. Awesome
owner named Nick. He's got a fabulous crew. It's a top tier dive shop, man. If you get a chance, just tell him Mustang sent you, and he'll definitely take care of you. That's for sure, for sure. So without further ado, hey, comment, let me know, would you do it? Would you actually dive with some sharks outside of a cage in their natural habitat? Would you do it? I guarantee you it'll be 50-50 more than likely. But hey, like, comment, share, do what you gotta do to help me out with a YouTube algorithm. Without further ado, I thank y'all so much. And again, let's keep riding, baby, let's keep riding.